Talking shit.
Welcome back to Talking Shit, a sports betting show presented by Sports Interaction, where we dive into the world of sports and give you our takes and best bets. I'm your host, Prince Huda, and we got a full roster today. Sarah, back in studio. How are you doing today?
Not as good as I was in Mexico, I'll be honest, boys. I will be honest. A bit depressed to be back.
Little tan. We noticed a little bit.
Only a 3-day tan. Like, this is nothing for me. Producer Ellie has seen my full flex of 2 weeks in Italy tan, and it gets insane. So it's not bad. It's a little kiss from the sun, but
okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, we had some pretty good weather while you were gone. It's a bit bad now, but it seems like spring's around the corner. No Mexico-like weather, but we'll get closer.
Yeah.
Joining us as well, man who will be getting a tan very soon as he heads to Florida for spring training, Johnny Junta. Johnny, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good, feeling good, obviously ready to go. Got a lot of stuff planned out for down there, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I've never been to Florida spring training, so I'm juiced.
Oh, this is huge for you, Johnny.
That's
I'm
cool.
excited for you.
Is this like a bucket list thing?
No. I mean, like I went the Arizona one's way better, and I've been to the Arizona one like 7-8 times. So
okay, so we'll go fuck ourselves.
First time in Florida.
Yeah, no, the Florida one's like it's just objectively it's just dog shit because because everything's far from each other. Like in Arizona, all the stadiums are like within like a 15, 20 minute, 30-minute drive. So like some of the Florida parks are like an hour, 2 hours away, where the team have to like waste and take a bus to go to the game. So it's just it's not great.
That's not great. Johnny, what happened with Lynx? Because I have a story for you too.
Shout out Lynx. Big topic of discussion today.
Yeah, like I posted that. Obviously, I was supposed to fly out of Lynx on Friday morning, and I was scrolling Twitter and I got notification that, or I didn't get notification. I just saw on Twitter that Lynx was canceling. I thought it was a troll type of thing or whatever, but it turns out like they were actually doing it. So I posted a tweet like, "You'll never guess which flight provider Gate 14 is using to fly there." That tweet did pretty well impressions wise, and then I made a video about it, and that video has like 30,000 or 40,000 views, and I was getting reached out to by fucking news outlets like, "Can you comment on this?" And I was like, I don't know what else you want me to say besides the fact that like my flight was canceled. Like, I don't know what they were trying to get out of me. It would have been funny, but I just denied all of them. I didn't really care to talk about it, but yeah, it was funny.
But you got a full reimbursement back because it was after the 26th, which is like the last day that Lynx were providing their services.
Well, yeah. So I had to do a claim on my credit card, obviously.
Same.
Yeah. Because Lynx has no customer service anymore, obviously.
They just imploded. So Johnny, listen to this. So I booked my trip to Mexico with Lynx as well, and it was dirt cheap, right? And I was thinking, Lynx, like, that's a bit sketch, but yeah, let's do it. Why not? It's so cheap. So we get down there, and I was staying in Tulum, which is like 2.5 hours from Cancun, but we flew into Cancun because that's like the international airport. So it's fine, but like a 5-hour flight, and now we're on a bus. You're tired, you're traveling. Could be worse, but whatever. And I get an email on my phone saying, we hadn't gotten to Tulum. We hadn't gotten to the Airbnb. I am just arriving. And I get an email saying, hello, Sarah. Your flight home has been canceled. Lynx is going out of business. Fuck you. Bye. And I was like, the first thing I did was start laughing because I was like, surely this can't be a real fucking email. Like the way it was like, we're not providing services anymore. Also, don't call us because we won't answer. Like, I was just like, okay, good. So the first thing we had to do when we got there was book another flight home, which we did. And here I am. And like, shit happens, but it was fucking comical. Like, it really was.
And they haven't reimbursed you yet.
Yeah. No, I called my credit card company today. Like, I already got an email from them. I think it'll take like 15 days. Like, that was super chill. Yeah. No, like, luckily that was fine. But I still had to pay more for my flight back with WestJet because it was last minute and it's WestJet. So I ended up like probably losing like $50, which isn't like the worst thing, but it's still like it's just annoying. Yeah, crazy. Fucking Lynx there.
Yeah, Scotia said it will take a while for me to get my money back, unfortunately.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. Whatever, I don't care. It's like $288.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not a bunch. As long as you know you're getting it back, I think that's what's fine. But I think it's just so funny the way they handled it. They were kind of just like, yeah, we're going under, and that's all. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
I want to see that email. Did you get the same email, Johnny?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna read you guys the email because it's actually, I think it's like worth being on this podcast.
Rest in peace to Lynx Airline. Like, I think it's funny. The odds of you two both having Lynx flights within the week of each other, both having, well, you'd be stuck in Mexico. John, you'd be stuck here. So you got the worst end of the stick. One.
Okay, so it says important information about your upcoming flight with Lynx Air. That was like the subject line. It says in bold at the top, your flight has been canceled. Hello, Sarah. Booking reference, whatever. We're sorry to inform you that your upcoming flight from Cancun to Toronto on this day has been canceled, as Lynx Air will cease operations as of 12:01 a.m. Monday, February 26th. So we were literally like, we were just past that deadline because I was flying like yesterday, the 27th. As a result, we're unable to reaccommodate you on an alternate flight. We ask that you contact your credit card company to request a full refund. Please note, our contact center will not be able to assist you with this. It's with a heavy heart we leave the skies. We hope in our absence that our vision to inspire more Canadians to fly leaves its mark on our passengers.
What?
No, I can't.
Fuck. Yeah, absolutely insane. I got the exact same one.
Yeah,
it sounds like a troll job. Like, it doesn't sound
with heavy
real.
hearts that you can go and fuck yourself.
Like,
yeah,
that's terrible. Well, at least like if your flight was on the 26th, think about everyone on that crew that would be like, well, I'm losing my job.
Well,
tomorrow.
our WestJet flight last night was also overbooked because I think so many of these people were probably people that were on our initial. Like, it was just a whole trickle down situation.
WestJet was doing a discount.
What discount? I don't know.
Oh,
did I? I don't know. Whatever. I'm here.
It was 25% off.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't. It was still pretty cheap, my flight home from WestJet, but I think I still lost money, a little bit of money in the end. Listen, it could have been so much worse. I feel like in situations like this, especially when you're traveling, you can't let it get to you. These things happen. It's just kind of funny. Imagine if you were stuck in Europe. You know how much it cost you, like $1,500 to fucking get stranded. Back. Like, so this is, a couple hundred here and there. I feel like.
Did they travel to Europe?
No, not Lynx, but I'm saying, can you imagine if you were in Europe and you had to rebook? Like that's a whole different story. So yeah, anyways, we're back. Johnny's got a flight booked. Everything's fine. And LOL at Lynx. Yeah,
if any news outlet wants to comment on Lynx, I mean, this segment probably does it justice. 2 Lynx flights canceled in the same week. But yeah, glad you're able to get to spring training, Sarah. Glad you're back. So we were able to survive the Lynx bankruptcy. But back to spring training there. Are you leaving tomorrow now or Friday?
Like tomorrow. It's technically tomorrow. It's kind of like a red eye, so it's Friday morning, really early.
Right.
So I'm going to my buddies in Toronto because we're going together tomorrow. Like, and obviously, we're gonna try not to sleep. We're gonna go out Thursday night and stay up through the night and then go to the airport.
This is the most Johnny.
Is this a work trip? Yeah. What is this trip now?
Let's just stay up all night so we don't miss our. That's like the shit you do in Ibiza, man. Like, that is literally crazy.
Yeah, no.
What time is your flight? What time is like your actual takeoff time?
7 a.m. So we got to be there.
We have to be there at 4.
Yeah, we got to be there.
You probably leave around 3:30.
Yeah,
you could sleep. You could go to bed at 9. You could literally have.
I won't be able to go to bed at 9. So what we're doing is we're gonna go to like a couple bars that we always go to on Thursday in Toronto.
Oh, Paris, Texas, probably.
Yeah,
that might be the nightcap. But yeah, we're just gonna do that and then leave for the airport around like 4. And then it says get there 2 hours early, and I'm sure it won't be busy. So yeah, we're gonna get there 2 hours early, and out 2.5 hours.
2 hours early, blackout.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to be at least half sobered up. So whatever. We're doing content for the vlog and stuff like that. So it's good. It's good. It's gonna be good content. So I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too.
Yeah, this vlog's gonna be good. Are you going to any games like that Friday or that first weekend?
So Friday they play in Tampa, which is like beside Dunedin. So we're going there, and then Saturday they play at home. So yeah, we'll probably go to every game besides like the Sunday one, because the Sunday one they play like 3 hours away, and none of the guys that we know who are on the team they don't travel usually, like the big guys. So we're just gonna probably be chilling with them Sunday and doing something with some of the guys on the team. But yeah, we'll probably go to like 4 games. I want to say maybe. Nice. It all depends how close it is, but yeah, we'll probably go to like 3 or 4.
That's awesome. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited to see. Wait, and how long are you out there for?
I get back next the 6th at 11 p.m.
So you're not
Quick
gone
trip,
too
quick
long.
trip.
Yeah. We're all
Yeah, it's
just
not bad.
little ins and outs. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be so
That'll be
good.
dope.
I missed the location. Where is it going again? Where are you going, Johnny?
Dunedin,
Where is it? Where is it?
Florida.
Oh, okay.
Dunedin, Florida.
No, but where is it in Florida? Because I also don't know that.
It's near Tampa. It's literally like right beside Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm excited for it, man. A lot of stuff planned out, obviously. A lot of guys on the team are excited for us to get down there. So I'm juiced to kind of just go with the flow and see what happens, obviously. But it's gonna be electric. I can't wait.
That's sweet. And with the spring training, like this is a betting show. Can you bet on spring training games? Like, is there money to be made doing that?
Honestly, there is. Like obviously this sounds like I'm a degenerate fuck, but like like you might as well just clip this. Like if you want to get an edge in spring training, you just look at the lineups and the starting pitching. Like for example, yesterday, the Jays were rolling kind of their B team, like the fringe guys that were like on the team, kind of not on the team, AAA guys. And they were facing the Tigers, I want to say. And the Tigers were like playing all their big dogs, like all their starters for the first 5 innings, and the Tigers won. So if you really pay attention and you know baseball and you look at the lineup, you could see like top prospects playing and big league guys playing. You could get a pretty decent edge for that. But some games you can't gamble on, like that Jays game yesterday. You weren't able to gamble on because it wasn't televised. I'm assuming that's why. But like today's game, you could have gambled on the Jays. They won. You could if you find edges and look at the lineups, you could probably make a decent amount of money gambling on spring training.
Good.
Not to sound like a degenerate, but you can.
Hey, it's good.
No,
to
we're
know.
all degenerates at heart. That's good to know though. Like spring training baseball always happening during the afternoon, similar to like Champions League. Nice little money to be made at work. I like that. So.
Yeah, send out your picks, Johnny. When you're down there.
It's tough, but yeah, I'm sure I could find an edge somewhere. Especially just looking at lineups.
Nice.
Dope. Well, are you just seeing the Blue Jays or other teams as well?
I have a couple of buddies around the league. Like, so one of my best friends plays for the Phillies. And I've known him for such a long time. I flew down to Vegas when he got drafted for his draft party to surprise him.
So nice.
They play in Clearwater. So like Clearwater is right beside. Clearwater is right beside Dunedin. Like it's like literally a 3-minute drive. So that's where our Airbnb is, because it's like literally 3 minutes. So
I know
that's
the place.
where they play out. That's where he's staying. So I'll probably go see him, and then a couple other guys when they're facing the Jays, I'll say what's up to. But yeah, it's mainly just the Jays type of stuff.
Nice. That'll be so good.
Yeah, but that's an amazing spot. I've been there.
Clearwater?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Florida doesn't interest me at all.
Okay. Good to know. Well, maybe
I thought you had fun in Miami. Remember last year? Was it the day? This was it the year before when you went to Miami? DJ Khaled was banging.
What?
Yeah, I saw DJ Khaled at the club. No, I would never go back to Miami. Like Miami's a fucking joke. No, Florida's like a scary place. I don't know.
I loved it.
Depends on the spot.
like
yeah, Florida's a good state.
Amazing.
The old white Republicans hang out. I'd be the darkest person in that whole place. Me and the Cubanos that illegally came there. I'd hang out with them.
Right on. Right on.
Right
on.
Oh yeah, a lot of Hispanics.
Yeah, I'd blend right in too. Where's a sports show? Let's dial it back in here. Talking about the Blue Jays. What are your expectations this season for the Blue Jays, Johnny? I think the way last year ended, people have a bit of a sour taste in their mouths when it comes to this team. I've seen you be pretty vocal on Twitter about the some of the moves they should have made and didn't make in the offseason. Just looking in the crystal ball here, what do you expect from the Blue Jays in 2024?
I think they're going to be good, man. Obviously, their win total on Sports Interactions 87.5, which is around where I see them. I could see them 90, 95 range. I mean, this is the team that had the best pitching staff in baseball last year, one of the best bullpens, and an offense that was just full of pumpkins, just dog shit offense. So if this offense hits how they're supposed to hit, if Vladdy hits like he's supposed to hit, George Springer, Dalton Varsho, Alejandro Kirk, even if 2 or 3 of those guys have bounce back years, this team's going to be really good. So they're kind of really just banking on their big guys to bounce back and have good years, because the starting pitching's there, the defense is there. They won the Team Gold Glove last year. They're really just banking on their big dogs to be big dogs, and I hope they can bounce back. And if they do, it's going to be a fun season, especially with how good the defensive side of the ball is this year for this team. So it's really kind of up in the air, and it all lies on the people who are supposed to be good shoulders.
That's fair. I'm looking at the stage of elimination for the Blue Jays right now. The best or the highest odds missed the playoffs at plus 120. Looking at losing the wild card series plus 325. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've lost in the wild card series in both of the last 2 years, back-to-back years. So
yeah,
some good value there. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to see them. I think the city needs the Toronto Blue Jays to do, really well. Remember the years past.
Just a Toronto team at this point. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been the Raptors, playing a little bit better, but not really much to be desired for. The
Nobody
Leafs
cares about NBA.
That too, I guess that too. I mean, we saw All-Star Weekend. Even NBA players don't care about NBA anymore.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Damn.
But we said that. I mean, John, you said that pretty early on this show. No one really cares about NBA.
Oh, Johnny said that
Johnny was
loud.
super
I think that was
vocal. He
episode
was
1.
so
Yeah.
vocal, yeah.
So
yeah. I'm not a big NBA guy. I made that very clear. We did NBA trivia at work, and I got 1 out of 15. Like I just don't give a fuck. I don't know anything about it.
We should do it here next time.
we should, trivia. I think would be fun.
Trivia would be hilarious.
We each quiz each other on another
Yeah,
sport. I think
exactly.
that would be good. When it comes to the Blue Jays, like players, are there any players you're looking at? Like I know Vladdy Guerrero, someone who should have a bounce back year. He's got some crazy odds to win MVP. Kevin Gausman's in the running for Cy Young. Any sort of bets or futures you're leaning with Blue Jays players or any MLB players you'd like at this stage before the season starts?
I'm really leaning on like Dalton Varsho. Obviously, Dalton Varsho is one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball last season. Like I believe he would have won a Gold Glove if he had like if he played at one singular position, but he played left and center a pretty decent amount, like kind of split up his time there. So I'm looking forward to seeing Dalton Varsho. It's a guy who had 28 home runs the year before last year, and then last year was just terrible. One of the worst hitters on the team. But I am looking forward to seeing what Dalton Varsho does this year and the adjustments he made at the plate coming into this season. Any
MLB futures to lock in right now? I know it's early. World Series picks or MVP, Cy Youngs, any players that the two of us who aren't the biggest baseball fans or anyone watching that's not too familiar with the MLB should look to bet on right now?
I'd probably take Vladdy's over home runs. I believe it's at 32.5. Last year, Vladdy, all of his advanced stats, advanced metrics were off the chart. Exit velocity, hard hit balls, hard hit ball percentage. He just wasn't hitting the ball. He wasn't elevating the baseball. So I'd probably lean Vladdy over 32.5 home runs this season. He hit 28 last year, and he really was not good at pulling the ball or elevating the ball. So I think he could figure that out this year, and I think 32.5 is very easy for him.
I like it. 32. It doesn't seem like that many. Didn't he have like 40 the year before?
In 2021, I think he had closer to 50, I want to say.
Jeez.
40, yeah. It's closer to 40. Yeah.
He's got it in him.
Yeah, he's got it in him. Like, I think we saw like he lost a bit of weight, which I mean, in any sport it should help play, but in baseball, like we don't really know. You know what I mean? So
they eat food on the side and they have to be big.
They have to be big. Well, that's like football players, right? Like you want to keep them big, but
he hit 48 home runs in 2021.
That's not
okay.
50.
That's really incredible.
Yeah, 32 and a half seems criminal, but
yeah,
it's a good one. I'll be locking in. And the show's been pretty hot when it comes to gambling. We talked about it last week on the show. Our round of 16 first leg picks for the Champions League, 5-3. So we went 3 for 4 week 1, 2 and 4 week 2.
Nice.
So
what did we screw up?
I
wasn't
put the
here,
graphic
now that I'm
up on the
realizing.
screen.
Might have been PSG.
Yes, it was PSG. We had Bayern, Lazio won. We took Lazio's under. They ended up winning.
Immobile.
So we had a couple slip ups, but for the most part, we were pretty good. We got the Man City over.
Did we
Real
call a
Madrid
draw
money line.
on Napoli and Barca? Did Johnny call that?
He said sprinkle the draw. It wasn't the official, but he said sprinkle
Yeah,
the
that
draw.
game
So
is another
we'll
one.
count
Just
that
never
too.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and then we talked about my collapse with Porto and Arsenal.
Oh, I was telling you not to, and you did.
I
You
felt
silly
like
boy.
the smartest person in the room hitting a plus 300, but I didn't because I didn't pay attention to the show. So that's on me.
Nice.
But let's build on the winners we gave out 2 weeks ago. We're 5-3, so let's see if we can keep going. Leg 2, Johnny was explaining to me last week that typically in the second leg, once teams have a bit of a advantage in goals, they seem to park the bus a little bit. So we look at some unders, but it seems like the totals are set pretty high. Manchester City versus Copenhagen right now. Manchester City minus 700. So
Where are
not
you going to
much
find
there.
any value in that? Yeah.
Over unders 3.5. So Johnny was saying last week that typically when teams are up by a bit of goals, they try to park the bus and it's more low scoring. But I saw Man City won like 5-0 or 6-0 yesterday.
6-2 against Luton.
Has anyone seen that coming? They destroyed Luton.
Yeah,
Holland
Erling
scored
Haaland got
what?
5
Five
goals,
goals.
and
4 assists by Kevin De Bruyne.
is so fucking good.
Is the over 3.5 a smash here in this game then?
No, I think they're both. The City's going to play a really rotated side, and they're also going to sit. And Copenhagen's going to try, but I don't think they'll be able to break that wall.
Man
against
City's
City.
B team will probably just play defensive. Like I don't even
Yeah.
think Holland will play. Maybe he will first half. But or if like Copenhagen scores, they'll obviously put Holland and KDB in. I don't even know if they start him, to be honest.
No,
with you.
I don't think they will, but I still, this is an under. This is an under all the way.
Right now, Man City under 2.5 is plus 115.
Nice.
The under in the game is minus 115. So if we want some plus, maybe Man City's under. Because they're up, what, 3?
I could see them winning 3-0, though. It's a crazy thing. Like, even, I don't know. I'd probably take the under 3.5 at minus 115.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay, I like that. That's pretty.
Because if City want to turn it on, they can.
Does it matter by how many goals you beat the team by? Like for the next round of seedings? Like if they
No,
it doesn't matter?
Wins.
Okay, so like they can win 1-0 or win 5-0. There's no difference.
No.
Okay. So then let's go with the under 3.5 right now is minus 125. The other game we nailed, Real Madrid versus Leipzig. We had, did I say that right? I think it's Leipzig. We had Real Madrid on the money line at plus money. That one hit. Right now, I think they're up 1-0 on aggregate.
1-0 on aggregate. They're playing at the Santiago Bernabeu. That is a fortress. They have a ton of injuries, though. Is Jude Bellingham going to be back? We don't know. Alaba still injured. Jose Lu picked up an injury. I'm just looking at the lineup here and who else. Carvajal is going to be out. So, I mean, it's going to be a depleted Real side. So, like, this one to me has like both teams to score. I think Real's going to win, but I think Leipzig can get it because, like, at this point, they have nothing. They have to go out. They have to fight. They're down 1-0 already. So I see them playing really offensive, but that's gonna where Real are gonna get them on the counter. But I think because of that, they'll be able to score. But I think both teams to score probably won't be good value, is it?
Both teams to score minus 175, but both teams to score and one team to win is at plus money. If you think that they'll score more than one.
Yeah, I think Real will win, but they'll win like 2-1 or 3-1.
So Real Madrid
3-2.
to win and both teams to score plus 175.
I like that. Johnny, do you like that?
Yeah.
Hesitation.
I don't know.
The tough thing is if Jude is playing. Like, if Jude's not playing, I could genuinely see this game just being a draw.
I think you're forgetting about some of the other players on this Real Madrid team.
I mean, they, like, I don't know.
You still have Vinny, you still have Fede.
They had no business winning this game, like the first leg of the game.
Oh my God, I know. But the thing is with Leipzig is that they couldn't finish a freaking play. Like, they also were screwing up themselves. They weren't able to finish anything in the final third there. So, like, even though Real were bad, Madrid,
they look like dog shit on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they almost drew Sevilla. Like, they needed the corpse of Luka Modric.
A bad Sevilla this
season.
Wait until Mbappe comes.
Luka Modric to score in like the 86th minute for them to win that game. They had no business winning that game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Real Madrid is like, there are obviously so many injuries. Like, well, that's what sucks.
They are, but they still grind out wins. This is the thing about this team and the mentality that Ancelotti has them kind of going after is they have the fight in them. They don't give up no matter what. Everyone on this team is playing for each other and they have that motivation, it seems. So even if they are a very depleted side, I still think that Real can get the job, they'll get the job done, but it might be like a 2-1, a 3-2.
I think I found something that might be the best of the both worlds here. First half draw plus 140.
Okay.
Both teams start slow.
I don't hate that. That's plus 140 is crazy for a first half.
Okay, that one's for me. We're gonna lock that one then. Plus 140. Also, did you see the new UFC featherweight champion, Topuria, at the Real Madrid game. They
Mm.
honored him before the game. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. He's
Yeah.
like, stock just went from like here, like Real Madrid. I saw post him on IG and he gained like 2 million followers. from that.
Crazy, because the
And
guy
now
was
he's
born in like
global.
Germany and he's like Georgian, but he reps Spain, and they're like, we'll take what we can get.
Oh, of course.
So funny.
They didn't acknowledge him until he won. Not the fact that he was in the fight. He wins, and that's like, oh, look at this. Now
That's
we
so
got
funny. Yeah,
his
yeah,
champion.
Yeah. He also he moved to Spain when he was like 15. It wasn't like
Oh,
he was
just-
like 2, and that's where he grew up. I mean, listen, if he associates, then I love it. But like, I just thought it was so it's very interesting. I'm curious to I want to know why he represents Spain and not his ethnicity or where he was born.
he moved to Spain
That would be
at
me though, wouldn't
15.
it? I'd rep Spain.
Well, he moved to
repping
Spain
Canada.
at 15, so like I guess
Yeah.
adopted the Spain. So he's German Spanish as his Wikipedia says. So,
Mm.
but yeah, obviously leaning into the Spanish because of when-
I lean into the
one of the
Spanish
biggest
every
sports
fucking day of my life.
yeah, one of the biggest sports franchises in the world's claiming you, right? You got to
Yeah,
gotta
that's
lean into
awesome.
it. So shout out to him. And so Prince is going to give a soccer pick. First half result: Real Madrid Leipzig tie +140.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see. The next game we have here, just want to pull up the odds. We have Bayern Munich, Lazio. This was the only one we got wrong on the first day.
I think everyone got this wrong.
We had the under for Lazio of a half goal. They scored 1. Bayern Munich still -200 to qualify, so they're
That
expecting
is
more than one
fucking
goal.
insane. Fuck Thomas Tuchel. That guy's a bum.
Tuchel! Thomas
Tuchel, whatever the
Tuchel.
hell his name is. He's
Thomas
a bum.
Tuchel, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
like- he's
Tuchel,
out
so
anyways by the end of the season.
that's my thing with Game 14. I can't pronounce anything properly. So that's
That's
okay.
yeah, he's a bum. But I have a bet for this game that I think is fun.
Okay.
Bayern to win by exactly 1 is plus
Ooh.
260.
Why? What is
Okay.
what's
Okay.
tell me about it.
I think this game goes into extra time. I think I think they have to go to extra time, potentially penalties here. What has Bayern done?
What has Lazio done though? They're
but
8th in the Serie
Lazio just
A.
beat them. Lazio just beat them. What has Bayern done to prove to us that they are an elite side? They haven't looked good.
I'm not saying
all.
that.
Yeah.
I just I don't think Lazio is that good either. I mean, they beat Bayern, but these are one-off games, right? Like anything can happen. I don't know. They got this guy in the front. His name's Harry Kane. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's pretty fucking lethal.
Yeah.
And I think with him, that gives Bayern the edge for me over everything. I completely agree. Thomas Tuchel has lost this locker room. These players are not what they were playing like last season. Absolutely. But Bayern also, they know they need to win something. They're out of the DFB Pokal. They are right now looking really, really out of the Bundesliga. So their Champions League is their best bet to win a trophy. That's the thing that I think might give them the edge as well, is that drive to be we need something. And Harry Kane literally can't stop scoring. The guy's crazy. I don't know. 1 goal? What was that?
Plus
minus
260.
1.5. You could take a minus 1.5 at minus 135. So you'd be eating a pretty decent amount of juice there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I've bet on Bayern before. They look terrible.
What's Harry Kane to score or Mobile to score? Let's go.
We don't have goal scorers yet.
Okay. I check into that. If lineups come out, people who are betting, check who's starting and look at if there's any decent money with those two specifically.
Was that the biggest upset of the first leg?
100%.
Bayern losing? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, Bayern was minus 250.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're still favored to advance, so obviously they're expected to score more than 1 goal.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Johnny's prop
Let's
of
take
them
Johnny's
winning by
bet.
1.
Let's take it. Let's
Winning by exactly 1. There's a lot of
Let's
juice
see.
there.
Fuck it. No, that's a dumb
No,
bet. Now that I think about it, that's a dumb bet.
no, you said it, Johnny.
We agree.
Minus 1.5 at minus 135. Fuck it. Eat the juice. That's what we're gonna have to
Minus
do.
1.5. Okay.
It's just Lazio stinks. I bet against them on the weekend. They suck. If it wasn't for Immobile, they'd probably be one of the worst teams in Italy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're crazy.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bayern minus 1.5. Or minus 1.5. Minus 135. All right. So we got everyone's given a pick here, which is good. So we got 1 game left.
Real Sociedad and PSG at the Anoeta.
So that was one where you said hammer Real Sociedad.
Yeah, I honestly expected more from them. They looked great in the first half. They looked like garbage in the second half. Like, have you ever watched a game and you're like, this is not the same team I was watching 15 minutes ago?
Yep.
It was really bizarre. Yeah, they're down 2, but they're playing at home. They just got kicked out of the Copa del Rey final to Mallorca, out of all teams. Mallorca in penalties. Like, they lost to Villarreal the week before. Sociedad are on a freaking downfall right now. So it's one of those things where, okay, is it going to keep going? Or are they going to make a comeback? I can't see them beating. 2 goals is really tough, especially playing against somebody like Kylian Mbappe, who will probably still end up scoring. He always finds the back of the net. I see this. I don't see this going well for Sociedad, and I'm really sad because during the group stage and earlier this season, they're so fun. They're so fun to watch. But yeah, a bit of a slump right now. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this one. Honestly, I think trying to find value in this one is going to be tricky.
Anything you like here, Johnny?
This is my thing. I am addicted to betting Kylian Mbappe to score a goal.
Yeah, but that can't be plus money, is it?
It would be.
On
it might be.
Sunday. It was when they were facing Ren. I don't know how to say it again. They're facing Ren and they drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was plus money, then of course hammer that for sure.
That'll be like a bonus play, I guess, once the odds come out. But is there anything like?
So what I do is, and especially in soccer, is I wait till like the 15-20 minute mark, and then I'll live bet a goal score, because that's when Mbappe will kind of get to plus money or close to it. So that's what I did actually the first leg of this game. At halftime, I live bet Mbappe over 4 shots and anytime goal score. It was like plus 280, and it hit within 5 minutes of the half starting. So you can get value if you live bet soccer, like goal scorers 15 to 20 minutes into the game. If they don't score, if they've scored already, then you're fucked. But
what's the under in this game?
Over under is 2.5.
And what's under?
So under's minus 130, and then over minus 110.
I was gonna go for the under there too, because they haven't been able to score at all. Sociedad, like they're really slacking right now.
We could do a little parlay.
I'd sprinkle under 1.5.
Yeah,
under 1.5 plus 220.
Yeah, it honestly might be one of those. It could be a Kylian Mbappe 1-0 and both of us hit. Could be crazy.
Well, we'll put both on the graphic. Under 1.5 or under 2.5. We want to lock in here.
Well, if under 1.5 is better value, maybe we
much better value. Yeah.
Well, could be
you
in
could just
little
2.5 though, then under 1.5, like the ladder, like kind of ladder.
Yeah, you could bet both, or you could parlay anytime goal Mbappe and under 2.5.
Yeah,
that'll be insane odds. When you parlay goal scores with totals, you get pretty good odds.
Okay, it's a lot to love in this game then. So we'll mark that. So that is it for the next week of games. Let's go 4-0 here. That'll bring us to 9-3.
Look at you doing that math.
That'll be pretty good. And this is the first time I've given us a soccer pick purely based on a conversation. So I'm excited. We'll just recap what we got. So Man City, in that game, we have our Man City versus Copenhagen under 3.5 is our bet. Real Madrid, Leipzig tie in the first half plus 140. Bayern Munich versus Lazio. Bayern Munich minus 1.5, minus 135. And Real Sociedad PSG parlay under 2.5 with Mbappe goal, and then sprinkle under 1.5.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's hit them all.
Let's sweep the board. Let's sweep the board. Will you be watching these games in the stands at Dunedin?
Yeah. I mean,
on the phone.
I can live stream them for sure. The only shitty thing is I can't gamble down there. So I'd have to place it tomorrow or Friday morning before I leave. I'll place it
when you're blackout.
Yeah, hopefully you remember.
I mean, that's usually when I make my best bets, is when I'm blackout. So
there you go.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Obviously, it rocks to have it on during the day, especially with baseball now being back. You have the spring training games that kind of ease into the Champions League, because the games don't matter after like the 5th or 6th inning, because all the like the minor league players play, so all the big league guys are out of the game by the 5th inning. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how dialed in I'll be. I'll be scoreboard watching for sure. I don't know if I'll be 100% watching the game, but Champions League's the best. Absolutely the best.
I can't wait.
I think like starting to get the soccer bug now. Like, I was watching the Manchester United game today. Like I feel like everyone in this office are big soccer fans, so they always have.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of European people work here, and they all are like big soccer fans, and so
Like most of the world.
Yeah. Like I guess majority of the world, besides the people that Prince hangs out with, there are a lot of soccer fans, but
There you go.
Yeah.
some of them are betting on these games. So sometimes it's best to just vicariously bet. You just want to see them win, so someone else does. And then also now betting on my own. So I got burned last week with the Porto Barca. I made the claim.
Arsenal.
Porto Arsenal.
That was
That was amazing.
insane.
I made the claim I'll never bet on soccer
That
again.
goal was filthy.
I turned it off. We were here, and I was watching it right on in the studio, and I was like, "All right, I got to go make my train." Turned it off, and then I saw your text, and I was like, "No way!" So I didn't even
That
know.
was sickening shit, man. That was sickening shit.
Yeah. What did Johnny say in the text? This is sick.
This is sick or something. Like I was in shambles too. I thought I was so sharp too. I was ready to I really had a gift ready to go of like, I told you guys, like, oh, I'm smart. Like I know soccer. And
No,
like,
I was
That
like,
should have hit, man. I don't know what the fuck.
So
Arsenal
my
was
argument
doing.
with Johnny was soccer, like the bet on the thing says 90 minutes. So after the 94th minute, so I should get the win, right? Because
I wish it was that easy, man.
Right?
I've been on the
So
right
silly.
side of that a lot of times, and I'll tell you, there's nothing more electric than winning a game on a late winner. So
Yeah.
That's fair. If it went the
take it
other
as
way.
it goes, man. That's just how it is. The gambling gods will reward you sooner than later.
I hope so.
Gambling
Next week.
advice from Johnny Junta.
Next week, yeah, that's how it works. But
Yeah.
no, I'm excited. We'll be watching those games for sure. Another huge event next week to bet on, UFC 299. In my opinion, one of the most stacked UFC cards of all time.
What do we got?
We got Sean O'Malley,
Okay.
guy with the rainbow.
Sugar
hair.
Sean.
Sugar Sean.
As if you think I don't watch UFC. Stupid
I wasn't
boy
sure.
over here.
I wasn't sure. He's got the rematch with Cheeto Vera in the main event at the bantamweight belt. Dustin Poirier returning to the octagon against Benoit Saint Denis. MVP, who is like Michael. His name is Michael Venom Page, so they call him MVP. He was a free agent. He was on Bellator for a while, tore it up, and now he's fighting in the UFC. Kevin Holland, Gilbert Burns is on this card. I think like name wise, it's a very, very strong card. And it seems like whenever the name cards happen is when like the slower cards happen. But I think it'll be good. I'm really excited. UFC really loaded this first half of the year. We got that and then 300 in a few weeks. So should be good. We'll have a locker room next week on Sports Interaction. So tune in.
Nice.
Get some bets.
What's
Johnny,
your...
are you going to watch this UFC card?
Depends how the night ends up. It's on a Saturday. I probably will. I mean, it's on the what's the 20? What is it? The 14th or the 8th? What day is it?
The 9th. So a week Saturday. So
I'll probably tap in. I don't mind gambling on UFC. I just put the bets in and then don't really watch or worry about it, and then just kind of look for the highlights on Twitter. But yeah,
that's a crazy thing to do.
You don't want to watch the bets?
So it's sometimes I watch it, man. Usually when I bet on them, I'm like at the bar or whatever with my buddies, or just like I just
live a dangerous
life.
Oh, watch it at the bar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the bars I go to aren't fucking playing UFC.
No, you got it. So
Paris,
you got
actually,
to do
Paris,
this.
Texas does play it every Saturday. Like every time the UFC is on, they do play it. So
good to know. Because
yeah.
I was out Saturday and it was the Brandon Moreno fight, and so we had we ordered a thing of water and a napkin. Put the phone on the napkin, leaned by the water, and we were just watching by the bar. So we were watching the fights, and it's not the first time I've done that too. Like a lot of these bars won't pay for UFC. Like even the last time Sean O'Malley fought, I remember we were watching in the corner, and our stream was ahead of the guys on the other corner, and so we were cheering, and they were like, "What happens?" And we didn't say anything.
I'd have to remove myself. I can't deal with that. That's ass. That's
we were in the first group, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, if I'm out next Saturday, definitely gonna have this one up on the phone. Right now, just the fight lines are out. No like props in terms of how to win. If I had to like throw a dart at something right now, Sean O'Malley inside the distance. He's never been 5 rounds in his career, and this was the fight. Remember where he got hurt? The one loss in his career was this one where he got hurt, and Cheeto just took advantage of him. So I think he's going to avenge that, knock out Cheeto Vera inside 5 rounds. But we'll probably have some more videos up on Sports Interaction with some best bets. Producer Sean will be back from Mexico. He handed out some winners last week.
In the Dominican Republic. He is in the Dominican. You fucking racist.
Whoa, somewhere warmer than here. I wouldn't use that label, but he was handing out winners last week on the locker room.
There you go.
Should be excited. Yeah. Any other sports stuff going on? I know F1 starts this week. You looking forward to that?
I'm so excited. Johnny, did you watch Drive to Survive?
No,
it's not for you.
I'm holding out until Full Swing comes out, the golf one. March 6th. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I'm done pretending like I care about F1. I pretended for like a couple months after watching Drive to Survive, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think next year will be the year. There's like a lot of movement in the paddocks of who's going where. We obviously know Lewis Hamilton's going to be at Ferrari next season, which is crazy. This season, I think it's going to be more or less of the same. It looks like the improvements to a lot of the cars are just not going to be able to catch Red Bull. But time will tell. Christian Horner is I don't know if you guys saw, but there were like some claims against him looking a little fishy, but that's all been disputed and put to rest. Okay. So I think it'll be more or less of the same, but I'm excited because at the beginning of any season, I think in any sport, you have hope. You're like a naive little kid again. You're like, it's going to be different. It probably won't be, but I'll be watching. I started Drive to Survive yesterday on the plane, so I got to get through that, and that usually amps me right up into the season. But I expect Max to be maxing as he does.
Oh yeah, the odds are.
Stupid.
It's not even. There's no there's literally a bet on who will finish second because it's pretty much a formality that Max is going to finish.
If anything, I'd be looking more in the middle of the pack at teams like McLaren and AlphaTauri and those drivers, because last year McLaren in the second half of the season with Lando and Oscar made a great push, and they were so fun to watch. And they're also like that younger generation of drivers coming up. So I think that'll be good. AlphaTauri is Red Bull's kind of like baby, like little brother team. So if you drive there, a lot of the time Red Bull will take you if they want to replace one of their drivers. So that's what I look to. It's more just for that, but I'm excited.
Okay. I feel like I was like Johnny, I watched Drive to Survive and I was like, oh, this is super cool.
It's so well done.
But then the actual races, like we talked about this before, the early morning races are tough, or the fact that like I like the behind the scenes stuff, like when you hear them mic'd up and in the crew and all that and all the drama. But yeah, I couldn't get into the actual races, but I do like the show. The
timing is tough. It depends where for sure. But I almost I'll tape it sometimes. Like let's say it's like in like Bahrain or like freaking Singapore.
Right.
I'll tape it and then watch it like first thing in the morning without checking my phone. Mm-hmm. But I find if you like anything like, because I think I've said this on the show, I don't like watching tape sports, but if it's first thing in the morning and I haven't been like awake and done anything on my phone or social media, I think it's kind of okay. Like I love waking up and watching F1 like start my day. It's like watching football. It's like it just makes sense. But yeah, it is some of the time changes aren't easy for us with most things, I feel like here.
Yeah, I have some friends who will just stay up. Like,
my dad used to wake up, and I'd wake up like as a kid and I'd hear the freaking sound of the cars at like 4 a.m. and I'd be like, what the fuck's going on? It's nuts.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot bigger of a fan base than I thought. And like that show was
the
really
show also made it blow up here. F1 has
Yeah.
been big in like Europe forever. And I feel like even like Asia and South America too, but it blew up in North America because of the show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any chance Verstappen doesn't repeat?
Unless
Like,
something
like
insane happens to his car or his physical health. Like I can't see it happening.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like I don't know if you guys are in tune or ever watched wrestling. The WWE, there's been a champ. His name's Roman Reigns. He's been the champion since 2020. And like it's always like, oh, why? I found it funny because I made the case. It's like, why do you watch F1 if you know this guy's gonna win every time? It's like, well, why do you watch wrestling if this guy's been the champion for 4 years and wins every time? So little parallels there, which I thought was pretty funny.
But F1 isn't fake.
It's not predetermined, that's for sure. I wouldn't use the word fake.
That's true.
They're kicking the shit out of each other. It's not. I wouldn't use the word fake. This is where I need Sean to come in and.
I can't. I'm so not a wrestling girly.
No. John, you ever watched WWE back in the day?
No.
Johnny, I don't have
tough
time.
Crowd.
No time
crowd.
for it.
Yeah, in the past, but I'm
Okay.
not a huge fan. Because I think it's fake.
It
is.
Yeah.
There's no money to be made on the betting too.
No, you
right?
can't bet on it, like, because it's predetermined.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
But
it's
it's entertaining.
entertaining.
It's like
It's
a Broadway
entertaining.
show or
soap
something.
opera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's back, and he's
I
like
can't.
evil now. He's calling people inbreds. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh my God,
It's
not for
insane.
me.
Yeah, find that clip later. It's jokes, but yeah, no betting odds on that. I've asked them time and time again, can we get the odds? They're like, no, it's not legal.
Some sites do it, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know how. Like you'd have to be good at understanding. Like I don't know.
Value.
There is sometimes like the first. This is a funny story. The first sports bet I ever made was on WWE. I was like, it was like the Royal Rumble, like 2021. And I was like, oh, Brock Lesnar's going to win. For sure, Brock Lesnar's going to win. So I like put a ton of money on Brock Lesnar to win. He wasn't even in it.
Oh.
And then the next year he won. And I was like, fuck, see, like because like sometimes when you watch, you're like, oh, this is obviously going to happen. And they just swerve you. And that was one of those years they just swerved. So that was the first sports bet, quote unquote, I ever made.
That's
and now
so
here
funny.
and now here we are talking about football. So
Speaking of football, you guys are such terrible people. You know, no love to MLS, TFC, Italians shining last Saturday, draw again.
I
couldn't tell you what happened.
I love Insigne.
Does anyone care?
I love Bernardeschi. Listen, TFC is so fucking bad. Last year they were an embarrassment. I know their new coach, obviously, is from Team Canada, all that. I did watch the game they played. I believe it was on Sunday, right? Was it Sunday? They drew?
Yes, it was on Sunday.
Yes.
I said Saturday. Sorry, it was on Sunday.
Yeah, they drew 1-1, I believe.
0-0.
0-0.
Or 0-0.
Against
0-0.
FC
But it's a massive.
Cincinnati?
But apparently it's a massive success.
Against
No, seriously. No, like
Really?
I read the headlines.
Okay.
Italians shine. Okay, I thought maybe they scored. Another draw. Oh,
It was
Well,
against.
they're facing a good team, though.
They were
Like,
playing
know, but I'm
Cincinnati.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying the TFC is so mid. Even when they have a draw, fans are celebrating it. That's ridiculous. This is humiliation. Like, seriously, what the fucking point is that?
I
Oh, we
will
had
say
a draw.
no
Okay, cool.
disrespect to Sergio Busquets. He should hang him up. He is so bad.
You
I
need
watched
to
that Inter
fucking
Mi-
settle down and respect
I
that
watched that-
name, Johnny.
watched
That's
that-
insane.
I watched that the game on Sunday.
You
got-
think they're giving a shit about playing in MLS? They're four fucking best friends that are dicking around in Miami, living
Miami.
the
Okay,
best
exactly.
life
Messi,
ever.
okay.
These
Exactly.
guys are not. They are not trying anymore, including Messi. Messi is just out here being that good, but you cannot judge Sergio Busquets for what he's doing now, Johnny, because
Got
this
put
is
in a
not.
blender.
Dude, this is not his 100 though. This is like these guys are laid back retirement fucking homes in Miami. They're having the best times, but they're not. This is not them like giving it their all. Like
Didn't
I
Messi score?
I hope that you know,
Didn't Messi score?
Messi just happens to be so fucking good,
So even when he's not trying, he's still scoring.
bro. The
goals,
guys just they honestly look like. They're knocking on each other's doors. Can Messi play today? Can Jordy play? Let's go to the park and play with our friends. Like they're just having a good time.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
enjoying life.
It's like an alley football.
Yeah,
like how
they're
you
just
play when you're
enjoying
kids.
life. They're having a
Oh.
nice time. Like,
Okay.
yeah, Messi's got the Copa America. Oh my God, guys, I got tickets to Copa America.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Holy shit.
Thursday, MetLife.
MetLife.
Yeah, I chose
Doping.
that one because Argentina's obviously playing there. I'm going with my boyfriend who's Chilean, and we're going to see Argentina and Chile. And it's the closest distance. I wasn't going to fly to freaking, Vegas or Florida or whatever. So it's close, but I can't wait. And guys,
you driving?
I'm going to think about it. I'm going to see how much the flights are because I don't really want to drive, but we might know someone driving down. So if I can hitch a ride, then for
Oh,
sure.
nice.
I wouldn't drive to MetLife parking lot. It's
No,
insane.
take an Uber. or
No,
something.
Absolutely
just
not.
driving. It's like to Philly
Oh,
in
okay.
general from
Okay,
here.
got it.
I'm gonna go in and
Philly?
out.
Philly or New Jersey?
I don't know where is
It's
it.
Oh,
Jersey.
MetLife's in Jersey.
MetLife is in Jersey.
Oh, I thought you were
That's
going
what
to
I said.
Philly.
I don't
yeah.
know where it is.
Because the parking lot of MetLife is just
Yeah.
like you
It's gonna
can't-
be nuts though. Like
can't leave.
that. Oh my God, I'm so excited for what do you call it?
Copa?
The before the games
Tailgate?
the tailgate of
Tailgate.
Chile and Argentina. Oh, it's gonna be crazy, guys. I'm so excited. So, anyways, that's my update.
Yeah. Just, if you're going to MetLife, just make sure to leave before the game ends.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
No, I think
You think that we're gonna leave before
I-
the game
I just-
ends?
no, leave after the first half.
yeah, like I was at MetLife for the Stadium Series like 2 weeks ago, and like everyone
yeah.
said, if you don't leave, like if you leave at the end of the game, the wait for an Uber or cab is about 2.5 hours.
We'll probably just walk.
No, you can't walk. It's illegal. It's illegal to walk from the stadium to anywhere.
What the fuck happens in America that
That's
you
really-
can't
Yeah,
walk?
there's a sign in the lobby at the hotel by MetLife. It is illegal to walk to the stadium, subject to fines and all that heavy shit. You have to take either like a shuttle
Like a
or an
vehicle.
Uber or
You
a
have
park.
To, you have to take a vehicle.
Yeah, you can't walk there. It's all highway.
Yeah.
Holy
So,
shit.
like, make sure, like, just
Thank
just know
God
this
the
now.
World Cup final is going to be there.
I know, that's
How
gonna be
dumb
nuts.
are these people?
yeah, that's why there was a huge there were a bunch of memes running on the internet that these guys are stupid to actually
No, the
make
memes
the
were
game.
running because
Yeah.
the pitch is not turf. And also MetLife is a dump. But I didn't know you can't even fucking walk.
No, you can't.
What
It's
a
illegal and dangerous to
nightmare.
walk on roadways surrounding the stadium. Please make sure proper
no idea.
transportation is arranged.
Can't even get
It's
into it.
ridiculous.
So
Right.
we were leaving the stadium series, and this guy's like, "Oh, Uber to the Hilton, which is like the closest hotel to the stadium." Oh, how much? 250 US. Like, no, what? Like, we just, the further you walk in the parking lot, the lower the rates go down. What we did was like I don't know where, if you're staying at the Hilton by MetLife, there's a shuttle service they do where they take you to the stadium. You call them, they'll pick you up and take you back. I'd recommend doing that because like it's just a nightmare to get out of there.
I bet the
So
night. I
stupid.
bet
I'm just
it
gonna.
would be like
And
500
soccer
per
fans
night.
are like, yeah, it's going to be crazy because you're going to be there all day probably.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
stupid. Well,
Just be careful.
who knows? To be continued. On that note,
Yeah. Don't fly with Lynx and don't walk to MetLife are the
There you
two
go.
life lessons for today.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, Johnny, have the best freaking time in Florida.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear about all your crazy stories.
We got some crazy stories from the last vlog we went on in Cincinnati, some of which I can't say on the record, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm excited for it. We get after it, so it should be a good one. And obviously, the players are a little bit more laid back, so they'll be more willing to do stuff with us, like dinner and go out for drinks. So I'm excited.
Nice. Okay. Well, we can't wait.
Yeah, and any betting insights you can get from the Blue Jays this year based on what the players say,
There you
definitely
go.
send our
Spring
way. next
training, we
week.
get some. I'll look at the lineups. I'll be giving out bets.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because you won't be able to bet them, so send them
Yes,
our way.
we'll
Yeah, I'll be giving them
vicariously
out.
bet them.
I'll be giving them
Nice.
out.
Awesome. Great show today. Make sure to follow us all. Make sure to follow Sports Interaction on all your social media platforms. Follow myself, Sarah, and Johnny on those as well. We'll see you next week. Make sure to lock in our picks for the Champions League, our MLB Futures, F1. Make sure to bet responsibly and, of course, bet local. And we'll see you next week.
Talking shit.